goodness. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Hello, it's a new year. Yay! Welcome to 2026. Oh my goodness, what a year it's been. What a life-changing year 2025 was. But one thing we're doing is looking forward to 2026. And in today's video, I will be talking about some of my plans for 2026. It's nothing too crazy, but your girl has plans. And this is not by any means a new year resolution or whatever it is, okay? No, we don't do that here because every time I do those things, it never amounts to anything. So all I'm just going to do is to just focus on what my goals or potentially my plans are, or what I'm looking forward to in 2020, what do you call it? 2026. Yes. So it's going to be a quick chit chat, guys. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button to become part of the family. Support your girl. It's 2026. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. Oh, become part of the family. Also, like the video. Let me know what your goals are for 2026. What are you looking forward to? I hope 2025 ended well for you, okay? If you haven't watched my video where I share my 2025, reflecting on my 2025, year 2025, please check it out. Support your girl, support the channel, share the video, watch the video. Oh my God. Do we have to beg? It's 2026, so we should not be begging for those things, so please, we should not be begging for those things. It's been a minute and a half already. I need to jump into today's video. All right, so what's the first thing that I'm looking forward to in 2026? It's working less, okay? We're not going to... See, having a baby is a full-time job, right? So what we're going to be doing is working less. Although I do want to make more money... I do plan on working less. And I believe when you're on bonding leave with my company as part of my maternity leave, which I'm on now, it affects my pay anniversary or whatever. I'll talk about that into detail. So let me know in the comment if you want me to talk about our maternity leave as a flight attendant with my airline. Put maternity in the comment section below so I know that at least a few people are interested in that topic or that video, so I can talk about it with you all. But long story short, we do get pay raises, so I'm hoping that I'm making about $50 an hour. That's not bad. Like, that should be easy, right? But I'll check. I don't know what my pay would be right now. I haven't even thought about it. I haven't even done my assessments to get ready to go to work. So your girl is not even ready to go back to work, okay? Although I'm really considering going back to work. I have up until April to go, but I've considered going early, but I feel like I really don't have to. So I just want to use the time that I have to do my YouTube and to do other stuff. But with regards to working in 2026, being a flight attendant, I want to work less. I want my trips to be more of, I want to fly, that's why I'm flying, or flying just enough to keep my benefits, among other things, right? Or my certification and stuff like that. So that is what my goal in 2026 wants to be, okay, or is. That's what I want to do. I don't want to work a lot. I want to focus more on content creation, among other things. So although I might travel more than I did in the past, I want my travel to be more for leisure rather than for work. So that if I'm flying for work, it's more so to share my job with you all, because I know you all are nosy, okay? So the second thing also that I considering focusing more in 2026 is content creation. I do want to do as much as possible. I do want to do whatever I can as much as possible to do more of that, even if it's just posting one video a week, just be more consistent no matter what. So that's one of my goals for 2026. I have to take it seriously because I do enjoy doing it, sitting here and having this conversation with you all. It's fun times, right? I do enjoy it, and that can also be an alternative income source for me. That takes me to the next point, which is the third thing that I'm considering for 2026 is investing more for retirement, and also for for retirement and for the future, right? The reason is because I feel like it's better to start saving now for your future than to wait until your future self. You know, I have to pay my future self. I have to make sure I'm taking care of my future self. And what history has taught me is that saving and investing is very necessary and can come through for you when you need it the most. So I'm going to focus more on that. And my goal also in 2026 is to make sure that whatever earnings, because my channel is monetized, my next location is monetized. I'm still in the process of trying to get my next location vlogs monetized. But this channel, my next location right now, is monetized. So my goal is that whatever earnings that I make from this channel, I will invest it in a Roth IRA. That's my goal. Because right now I do have a 401k and a Roth IRA, but my goal is that all the earnings from my YouTube, or majority of my earnings, at least after taxes and everything, because you have to pay Uncle Sam. I can't escape that. But after taxes and everything, I want to invest at least 90% of those earnings into a Roth IRA for my future self, because anything can happen, and I want to make sure that I'm protected, babies protected, families protected, we're good. So yes, that's what I plan on doing in 2026 for sure, financial wise. And the other thing is also focusing more on the future. I feel like for the very longest time, I've always focused on the near future. Now I want to focus like beyond the next 3, 4, 5 years, what I want my life to look like, how I want things to be, what my plans would be towards that. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, nobody knows tomorrow, but I would rather be ready for tomorrow than to assume that because I don't know what tomorrow brings, I'm not going to plan for it. I would rather want to be prepared for the unknown that might not happen than not to be prepared for the unknown that might happen. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do more. That's why I keep talking about investing, saving for retirement and the future, among other things, because I know I'm not going to be fit or as strong or as energetic as I am now for the long term. So now the goal is to prepare towards that future. And being a flight attendant, if you know how our income works, you know that it's very, very like this, okay? So nothing is guaranteed. You can have a full schedule filled with trips, and what do you call it, something can go wrong with operations. It might snow, bad weather, system being down, and the next thing you know, all your trips are dropping from your schedule like flies from, like bird from the sky, or whatever the saying is. But I say all that to say that nothing is guaranteed. Just because you have trips on your calendar doesn't necessarily guarantee you that income, even though depending on the airline that you work for, it might be. And even with my airline, it kind of is, but the terms and conditions associated with that makes it not worth it in a way. So technically, your income is not guaranteed until you actually work the trip, right? So it's a lot. And that's the downside or a con when it comes to this job. But like I said, I did it, or I decided to become a flight attendant for the flexibility, the convenience of it. So pay was a factor, but not necessarily a huge, like a deal breaker for me. So that's what I plan on doing future. Any bonuses that I get, majority of it will go towards my retirement or investment accounts, because my money needs to work for me. Okay, your girl is tired. I've been hustling since I was in junior high. Okay, so at this point, I want to rest. I'm just tired and exhausted, guys. Like, I'm just exhausted with life and everything. It's just tiring. So right now, I just need to get my resources to make more resources for me, essentially. The other thing is be more strategic with my trips. Once I get back on the line, I want to be extremely strategic, because I want to be able to spend as much time as possible with my baby, okay? With my family, among other things, because life is too short. So although I like flying because I want to travel. I want to experience the world. But I also don't want to miss the early moments in my child's life, So I'm going to be very strategic. I know I'll probably be on reserve with how things have been handled these past few months or a year or two. So I'm probably going to be on reserve being in New York. Let me know. I think I'm still in the 24,000s. What is the number, the seniority number for A-days or reserve these days? Let me know in the comment section if you're New York based and you work with my airline. But I know I'm going to be on reserve. But for me, once again, working reserve is not an issue for me. It's just the unknown. Like, if I was on reserve and I was assigned a trip right out the gate, I don't have a problem. Like, but it's just being there. Am I going to get used? Am I not going to be used? That uncertainty, that back and forth just stresses me out. And I don't want to deal with that. But if I'm going to be on reserve, then I'm going to aim to just try and get rid of all my other trips. And even if I'm saddled with just reserve, I'll just work my reserve, which is just 6 days out of the month, and then just come back home. But I'm still unsure of how I'm going to plan my trips, whether I'm going to go a week on and then I come back for a week, then I go back for a week. I think for the first few months, that's what I'm going to do. I'll probably work one trip a week So I go, then I come back. It's going to be more expensive, but I'm definitely going to try out everything. So maybe work a 3-day trip in a week and then come back for a week and then I go back again. So I'm away for about 2 days, 4 days tops, maximum 5 days. And then I come back. I'm going to try and see how best I can work that. And even if I'm going to be on reserve, I'll probably aim for maybe 1 week out of the month where I'm gone for the full 6 days, and then maybe I'll come back for a full week. I don't know. I'm still trying to think about it. Let me know if you commute, right? Let me know what strategies work best for you, especially if you commute internationally. Let me know what strategies work best for you. The other thing also for 2026 is that I know somebody commented on one of my video about crash pads. I will start looking into crash pads as well because I want to have one as a backup in New York, and I want one close to JFK and LaGuardia as much as possible. But even if it's closest to JFK, I don't mind because my goal is specifically to fly more out of JFK than LaGuardia anyway. However, if it's in between, if the proximity between the two, if it's right in the middle, I'm open to that. So please let me know. My acts for 2026 as we enter this new year is crash pads. If anybody's in New York and you have it, please, it needs to be legit. I'm not here for games, okay? I'm not here for games. Please, let's be serious in the comment section. And then also, if you're a commuter and especially if you commute internationally, what strategies work best for you? And on top of that, if let's say you're a mother and you have kids and you commute, whether it's domestic or international, let me know what strategies work best for you. When it comes to support, I will have support. It's just that I don't want to be away from my little one. That's the thing. I just don't want to be away. But yes, these are my plans for 2026. It's very simple, very chill, very laid back. Nothing too crazy. Your girl is just, we're focused. You know, we're tunnel vision now. We're not focusing on things that we can't control. Our goal is to focus on the things that we can control, the things that has to do with us as individuals. So let me know what your goals are for 2026. Thank you all for tuning in for today's video. I will see you all in 2026. Bye-bye.